So today is the day. We're going to compare a budget subwoofer from Walmart.com. This is a pile subwoofer, 12-inch. This is dual 4 ohms. I'm running it in parallel for down to 2 ohms. It's rated at 1600 watts of power handling max, 800 RMS. It has a plastic basket. And the comparison is an FI Audio SP4 V2 Plus subwoofer. 4-inch voice coil. This thing is built really tough. This is the Plus version with the cooling option. So rated 3500 watts RMS, 6000 watts maximum. I have pushed 6000 watts to it, had absolutely no issue in the right box. It's not really even broken in yet. Haven't had too many hours of playtime on this guy. So we're going to compare them today. We are going to be running the comparison off of my high voltage amplifier. This is a Stetson Force Extreme. As you can see, it's running at 385 volts right now. It is running off of the traction battery of my electric vehicle. It's rated, if we look at the manual, at 0.25 or 0.33 ohms at 380 volts at 195,000 watts of power. But we are running it at 2 ohms, so that's 32,000 watts maximum. With rise, it'll be above that. All right, so we have the system up and running. I have my volume controls here. Those are my mids and highs. Alright, that's barely any power in that thing. Not liking it. We're X-maxing it out, free air, without an issue. There it goes, up in smoke. Alright, that did not take much power. It is smoking, guys. Well, to be honest, I have no idea how much power I gave it. This amplifier can do way too much. It's cooking. So what I was doing right now is I was not running full power. I was running only through the thermistor circuit, which is a big heat diode here, which limits the amount of current that can flow through. It will not let more than 400 watts through, so I was well below that before it blew. In a proper enclosure, I might be able to take a proper amount, but that's it. It's done for. Alright, so we're going to cut the sub open. Absolutely see that tiny voice coil is done for. So looking at the voice coil a little bit closer, we could see how it's blackened and it basically fused. It's raised a little bit. That's the part that starts rubbing on the inside of the magnet when it fails. Alright, so to show that this is a fair equivalence test, I have the dual 1 ohm wired in series. So 1 plus 1 is 2 ohm. And here's the proof. Before we give this a go, I wanted to also compare the size of the leads here and the coil wire. So you can see the thickness You have double leads there. For the voice coil, if you look at the diameter, yeah, definitely not a scientific comparison, but at least we get an idea of what a $50 subwoofer is. And this is probably the equivalent material to what you would find in a normal speaker, like a PA speaker. Not meant for lots of power. Then you have this guy, tons and tons of power. The spider here is very weak. The spider here, this is a 5-layer spider. Can't even move it. Initiate the startup procedure. Dedicated control circuitry. Turning on the control center. We now have charge, 391 volts. Amplifiers are on. Now I'm going to remove the thermistor so we get full power for these subs. Time to shut down and chat a little bit. Alright guys, so you guys saw the subwoofer is taking tons of power, going to X-max in free air. Coils are not even warm. I don't want to abuse it, so I didn't push it anymore. It was basically reaching X-max. We could definitely see the difference in free air between an 80-85 pound ferrite magnet subwoofer with pretty significant 4-inch voice coils, significant leads, tons of glue, just really meant for lots and lots of power handling, versus that $50 option, which is great for a daily budget banger. Hopefully this comparison was a little entertaining. Take care.